Casual Talk Radio's coffee taste review, back with another coffee that we're going to be sampling. And this is a normal coffee, not a specialty coffee. And we'll be going out and finding other coffees to try. This is the last of the ones that we had on deck for sampling. So we have to go back out to bid. And of course, there's other shopping we need to do. And it's a rough time. We've got allergy season hitting. So obviously, smell is impacted when you hit allergic reactions to various things such as trees. In any event, today's coffee is Cameron's specialty coffee. It's not a specialty coffee, it's a regular coffee. It's their organic French roast. It claims it's a dark roast, and most French roasts are darker roasts. You know, I don't know. The beans, they're oily, but when French roast is something I used to imbibe upon on a regular basis when I was traveling. It was kind of one of my go-tos was French roast. It was either French roast or Italian, usually, or there was one from Seattle's Best, and it was their organic. It was their only organic one. It was the number 4 way back yonder. Those were my go-tos when I was traveling, when I was on the road, and I needed something a little bit stronger to keep me up to fight. Because I would be working often 18-hour days. It wasn't fun. But this one, I smelled the beans expecting a different aroma than what I got. Frankly, folks, and if Cameron ever watches this, I'm being honest, and hopefully you take honest feedback, and some of this may not be in your control. The smell is like it's like a used ashtray. Like it smells like used up, ashes in an ashtray. That's literally the smell from it. And it may be a little hesitant to try it because I'm like, I don't know if this is correct. The beans look fine. My theory is that they may be over roasted. I've not tasted this yet. So my theory is they may be over roasted. So you're getting into like the Starbucks type realm where they over roast the beans. And so as a result, all Starbucks regular coffees, I'm talking, are disgusting. For Starbucks, you're kind of forced to do like their Americano's not too bad, but it's still, they're still based on over roasted beans. So I figured I'm going to bite the bullet, be brave. I'm a man, I'm going to be brave and go ahead and sample it. And maybe it's not too bad. I don't know. But I'm telling you that the smell completely threw me off. Being an experienced connoisseur of French roast that I am, I did not expect a smell akin to a used ashtray. Here we go, bottoms up. Interesting. Very interesting. So there is a distinct taste, and I've not tasted them, but for those that don't know, I have to preface with a little story. If you don't know, your sense of smell and your sense of taste are connected. So when you taste something, your sense of taste is working in concert with your sense of smell to create the end result. That's the reason why if you lose your sense of smell, let's say you get sick or something, if you lose your sense of smell, your sense of taste is also impacted. If you get sick, you usually lose both because they are connected. Some people don't know that. And as a result, what you smell is often what you taste. So I can only describe, I'm going to take another one because I want to make sure I'm not going crazy here. Yeah. Once again, the smell of the brewed coffee is it's lighter. It's certainly lighter, but it has that used ashtray smell. It's still there. And the taste is like an ashtray. Now, once you take the taste of the coffee as opposed to the smell of the coffee, it does have that coffee sensation, certainly darker roast. It's not bitter, right? It's not bitter. It doesn't have that, but there is an aftertaste from the oil. And it's a hint of that, again, used ashtray. It's there. And it's like, okay, so here's the thing. There are people who would think this is delicious in what they normally would drink. Cause it's not like tar, but it's just, they don't want it to taste like, actual good coffee. They want it to taste like something disgusting. And some of the argument is, well, if it tastes too good, I'm going to drink too much of it, but I don't want to drink too much of it because of the caffeine to do. If that's you, then this might work. I say I again, that hint of ashtray is what throws me. It's so bizarre that I didn't expect to actually taste it, but given that I smelled it, I was kind of anticipating it, and it did a good job of suppressing it by the end of it. For what it's worth, though, the upfront taste, the first taste sensation, is nowhere. It's that ashtray sense is not there. It's the aftertaste. It's after you swallowed and now you're tasting it on your tongue. That's where it is. It is possible, I doubt it, but it is possible that there's kind of a trick being played because, I smelled the beans first and then I smelled what I smelled. And if that smell lingered, it might be throwing it off. So I figured usually if that happens, I'll just sip some more and just see if it threw me off or if I still taste that sensation. And again, the upfront is perfectly fine. So as a coffee, I'm not suggesting that it's disgusting or rancid like some of the ones at Burger King's. It's not. It's actually, it's coffee, right? But it's just that aftertaste of ashtray, and it is there. It's after you swallowed and it's still lingering on your tongue. That's where it is. If you taste it from your tongue, it's like an ashtray. It's like you just licked an ashtray, but it's subtle, but it's obvious. So I, I, I've never had it be that specific of a thing, but Cameron's Specialty Organic French Roast. I believe I got this from Amazon as well. Um, I'm not going to tell you not to drink it, and I'm not going to tell you that, like creamers, for example, would creamers improve it? Because I think that's a good question. I think half and half would not do any good. Ironically, I think French vanilla might make it taste worse. Interestingly, I think, I think it's hard to tell because I don't have any. I think Irish cream creamer might help this because what that would do is it balances out just enough to where you're not tasting that sensation of the ashtray nearly as much. It kind of throws it in a loop. The hazelnut, maybe, but I doubt it. The sweet creamers, maybe, but I think the sweet creamer might. I don't know, maybe. It's hard to tell because this one's unique. It's hard to tell what creamer really would help it. The Cold Stone creamer might help it, maybe. It's really difficult on this one because again, that all I can think of is that ashtray taste. So feel free to check it out. Cameron's, they're organic French roast. And if you are a fan of organic coffees, it is one of the very uh, unique selections that are out there. Comes in a very large bag. Whole bean is what I recommend. Grind it yourself because you want it as fresh as possible if you are going to drink something like this.